Between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
All right, here we go.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A gain of 39 that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we, Talk? And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Third and long for Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Oh, now he bowls him over. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Mayfield throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Browns coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. In for the score. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday night. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Mayfield looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Going to the air again with Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. I mean, you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He's letting this one go for... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mayfield down. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Go!
Here's Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cincinnati, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with it. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. Like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got this picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, big Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, you about tag on. I got it in the bag now, getting all type of cash. I'm a general truth. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me.
You got a picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no, no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, you about tag on. I got it in the bag now, getting all type of cash. I'm a general truth.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Like in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crash a ghost. Got 2 cribs in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. The type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, but had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some talk. Attitude on some. Bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to say. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you got it better than a Tesla.
Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to say. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tell tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to say. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank, bank. Big bank, take little bank, bank.
Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. That all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yo, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape from them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Oh, on the couch with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we would blow your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now. I got you right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Hey, hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on